Yo, what is up, football fam? Welcome back to the channel, and if you're new here, oh boy, you picked the absolute wildest time to hit play, because the NFL just gave us a full-blown, Hollywood-level plot twist that no one saw coming. I mean, this is straight out of a sports drama, and the center of it all? None other than the Dallas Cowboys. Yep, America's team just pulled off one of the most jaw-dropping moves of the decade, scratching, slashing, and straight-up cutting a player that many considered a cornerstone of their franchise. A player whose jersey was on every shelf, whose name was shouted every Sunday, and who now, in the blink of an eye, is no longer part of the team. And the mastermind behind this seismic move? You guessed it. Jerry Jones. The man, the myth, the Cowboy Kingpin himself has sent shockwaves through the entire NFL by making a drastic, some are even saying reckless, decision that has fans screaming, analysts scrambling, and the entire league holding its breath. We're talking about a decision that could change the very course of the Cowboys season, if not their entire future. And the craziest part? We still don't have the full picture of why. What led to this? What really went down behind closed doors in the Star at Frisco? Well, that's what we're diving into today. So buckle in, hit that like button, and get ready to go deep into what just might be the most talked about NFL story of the year. Now, let's be real. When you think of a player getting cut, you usually think of some underperformer, a practice squad guy, maybe a vet past his prime. But not this time. No, this time, it's someone who was still producing, someone who still had gas in the tank, someone who was loved by the fans and respected across the league. So when the notification hit the feed, when the tweets started flying, people thought it was a hoax. But then the big names confirmed it: Adam Schefter, Ian Rappaport, all the insiders. And boom, reality hit. The Dallas Cowboys have officially released insert star player name here, and the NFL will never be the same again. It's being called bold. It's being called stupid. Some are calling it visionary, others are saying Jerry's lost his damn mind. And honestly, all of those takes could be true at the same time. Because this isn't just about one player. This is about legacy. This is about culture. This is about a franchise that's been starving for a Super Bowl for nearly 3 decades, making a move that screams, "We're done waiting. We're doing it our way now." So let's unpack this chaos, because there's a lot to consider here. First off, let's talk money. We all know the salary cap is a tricky beast, and the Cowboys have been dancing around that line for years, balancing big contracts with depth concerns and injury gambles. This player, the one who just got the axe, was due for a hefty payout this season. We're talking multi-millions. And while you might say, well, he earned it, and you'd be right, the front office apparently saw things differently. Rumors are flying that contract restructuring talks broke down, that the player wanted guaranteed money that the Cowboys just weren't ready to commit to. And in the ruthless world of NFL business, sometimes it's not about loyalty, it's about leverage. Jerry Jones has made a career out of being a risk taker. Sometimes it works. Remember when people questioned the Amari Cooper trade and it turned out to be gold? But sometimes it backfires. So is this move genius or madness? That's what we're about to find out. But here's where it gets even juicier. Sources close to the team are whispering that this cut might have been about more than just money. Word is, there's been tension bubbling under the surface for months. Disagreements with coaches, friction in the locker room, maybe even a clash of egos. Jerry's always talked about team-first culture, and if this player was becoming a distraction, even a little one, maybe Jones decided it was better to rip off the Band-Aid now than let the wound fester into December. Still, the timing is shocking. With the season right around the corner, this isn't just a personnel shift, it's a culture shock. You can't pull a player of this caliber off your roster without sending a message to the entire team, and let me tell you, that message is loud and clear: nobody's safe. No matter how many Pro Bowls you've been to, no matter how many fans are wearing your jersey, if you're not 100% locked in with Jerry's vision, you're out. That's the kind of move that shakes up a locker room in a big way. Some guys will be fired up. Others might be looking over their shoulders. The coaching staff? You better believe they're recalibrating everything right now. New plays, new rotations, maybe even new leadership dynamics. And can we talk about the fan reaction? Because wow, Cowboys Twitter is in absolute meltdown mode right now. You've got half the fan base lighting torches and ready to storm the castle, accusing Jerry of tanking the season before it even starts. How could you do this? They're tweeting, "This guy bled blue and silver." On the other hand, you've got a surprising number of fans saying, "You know what? Maybe this needed to happen." They're tired of seeing the same patterns every year, promising starts, disappointing finishes, and then watching the same core group run it back with no results. Maybe this shakeup is exactly the kind of jolt the team needed. And the media? Oh man, they're having a field day. Every sports talk show, every podcast, every analyst is weighing in. Some are calling it gutsy. Others are calling it career suicide. But everyone agrees on one thing: this is peak Jerry Jones. Unpredictable, unapologetic, and always playing 4D chess while the rest of the league is still figuring out checkers. Now let's zoom out and talk about what this actually means for the Cowboys season ahead. Because make no mistake, this changes everything. You lose a top-tier player, that's a hole you've got to fill. And quick. Maybe someone steps up internally, an under-the-radar guy who's been waiting for his shot. Maybe they swing a last-minute trade. Maybe a free agent gets the call and becomes the next great comeback story. The options are on the table, and Jerry's definitely not done making moves. But the question is, can the rest of the team adapt fast enough? Can the offense or defense recalibrate? Can the coaching staff keep the morale from cracking? This team was already under pressure to deliver this season, especially after last year's playoff exit. Now, with this high-profile cut, the spotlight just got 10 times brighter. Every mistake will be magnified. Every decision will be second-guessed. And every game will be a referendum on whether Jerry made the right call. But here's the twist that no one saw coming. What if this is just step one in a much larger plan? What if this cut was the prelude to something huge? There's already speculation that the Cowboys are clearing cap space to make a blockbuster move. Maybe they're eyeing a disgruntled star from another team. Maybe a big-time receiver. Maybe a shutdown corner. Or maybe even something crazier, a trade that flips the NFL script and puts Dallas back on top overnight. Would it really be that surprising? This is Jerry Jones we're talking about. The man lives for headlines. He thrives in the chaos. And if there's one thing he loves more than winning, it's proving people wrong. So don't be shocked if, in a week or two, we're talking about how the Cowboys went from losing a star to gaining a whole new identity. And lastly, let's talk about the player. Because this guy isn't just going to fade into the background. He's not retiring. He's not done. You better believe he's got a chip on his shoulder the size of at-NT Stadium, and wherever he lands next, whether it's with a contender or a revenge-minded rival, you can expect fireworks. We've seen this movie before. A star gets cut, finds a new home, and suddenly becomes the most motivated man on the planet. Don't be surprised if he lights it up and makes the Cowboys regret letting him go. That's the NFL. That's the drama. That's why we love this game. So now it's your turn. What do you think? Was Jerry right to cut him? Is this a step toward greatness or a sign of desperation? Are you excited, furious, confused, all of the above? Drop your thoughts in the comments, because I want to hear every single take. And trust me, we're not done covering this. This story is just beginning, and this channel is going to be your go-to spot for every twist, every update, every explosive development as it happens. Make sure you're subscribed. Hit that bell, because when the next bomb drops, and you know it will, you'll want to be the first to know. I'll catch you real soon with more NFL madness. Stay sharp, stay hyped, and remember, when it comes to the Cowboys, expect the unexpected.